And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, hope you enjoyed that lovely Brutal OSC as we have returned with our winners match. Also, I should emphasize my apologies. I assumed that these were all best of threes, and the initial two matches were, but now we've entered best of 5 territory instead. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the blue Protoss. It is herO. And spawning in the right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the red Terran. It is GuMiho. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we do jump into our winners match. For some context here, of course, both GuMiho and herO, if either one does, of course, win the series, they will advance on and out of this group in first place. The loser will still have a second chance. They'll be knocked down to the decider match to face off against the winner of Solar and Lemon. Oh boy. So still 3 more matches ahead of us. Let's go. Now going to be settling in, and of course herO, he has been on fire as of late. For those that were here last night, you will know that herO, he did take down Clem, and he was this week's Woody TV Monday champion. He also defeated Clem that evening once again and was this week's Monday Night Weekly champion as well. herO, he didn't go for the hat trick. If you recall, herO did not play in the morning's PvT Monday because herO did have a football match, or soccer match depending on where you are, with the rest of the Korean and foreigner scene over in Korea. We did let everyone know at the time, and it was only a couple of hours ago that we were able to get a couple of photos from the match as well, so really nice to see. Always amazing to see the players interact outside of just StarCraft, but like with each other, you know, as in spending time with each other outside of StarCraft. Feels good, man, feels good. Wholesome, papi, wholesome. We'll see if we get any more word as to what happened in that. Actually, if herO wins this series, I'll ask him what happened. I'll ask him if they won. Ask him if Björn fell asleep during the match. Björn, shaking my head. If you weren't here for the PvT Monday, Björn was the only player that was playing in that football match that actually stayed up and played in all 3 tournaments, going complete full degen and did not sleep before the football match either. Absolute animal. So we were predicting that he would pass out during the game. God damn it, Björn. God damn it. I still have that image in my mind where he's like, I don't know, he's like the goalie or something. They're juking it out in the center, pans over to Björn, he's just passed out in the goalpost. He's God damn it. For now though, we do have our tech of choice. Going to be a Twilight Council opener out of herO. Does open Twilight Council. Meanwhile, across the map, we do have our setup here back at home, going for a faster factory into CC on the high ground. Hellion production has begun, and GuMiho does move out. GuMiho, he has yet to really confirm what's going on, as he was denied entry into the main, but he will have some Hellions, he will have that Reaper as well, and he can try to break this position at the natural. We'll see if he can. See if he can. I also have to try to determine who did and who didn't make it there, because I know that Björn gave us a list. He gave us a list of the players that were competing and the players that were playing. It was really cool to see some older names like Armani and Hydra. Really cool to see. As GuMiho, the wall is open. He's going for the mineral line. Does dive in. Workers A line up. He can one shot. He takes down one probe. 1, 2. The others, they do pull away in time. GuMiho going for one final dive, and he will be cleaned up. Does not get another volley off. Only 2 worker kills for what? For 4 Hellions and 1 Reaper. Ay, this is not worth it. As GuMiho, he will lose everything. He does get a final scout. I believe he does get eyes on the tech. Yeah, just barely. Does confirm the Twilight Council, but he will lose everything. So without a cleaner defense out of herO, meanwhile Liberator towards the natural. And behind this, GuMiho is not playing mech. I bring that up just because he has been known to make it up from time to time against Protoss. So just keeping an eye on GuMiho for now. Embracing the bio in game 1. I appreciate it. I would not be surprised if he goes into mech at least once in this series. Hello, SCV. GuMiho is building up. The Liberator still outside the bases. outside. Yet to commit in. Meanwhile, here, how many gates? 2 gate blink, I believe. Yes, 2 gate blink into a third, so very greedy build out of herO. This does make a lot of sense on Amygdala. Again, Amygdala is one of the larger maps in the map pool, known for longer and macro games, so very greedy build here out of our Protoss player. Meanwhile, GuMiho likewise going into his 3rd CC as well, getting ready for the mid game. So no hyper aggression from anyone involved. Here he does go for the Bay before charge. So 2 gate blink into the Bay, to his gases, into Colossus production. So here he is cutting corners. Cutting corners, building up that Colossus count early on. And I do like hero's position coming into the mid game. From the side of GuMiho, his 3rd TC isn't too far out of the way, so soon he will be able to take his own 3rd, building up towards stim, combat shields, into his own heavy bio composition, heavy marauder composition ideally. Here we go, GuMiho does move out. He's got his Raven towards the south. He's got his Liberator in between the bases, and he has the double drop coming in. Let's see what he can get done. Raven taking a lot of hits. So far gets 1, gets 2 probes. Gets 2 workers. The drop does pull away. So nothing major, but some nice damage. Getting 2 workers for some energy. But here he does spot the double drop. He's aware. You can see here getting in position to defend against that drop. As GuMiho reclaims his 3rd, observer does confirm. Is going to be hunted down by the Raven. And here he won't achieve much with these Stalkers. So again, we've had a bit of a more tentative and more passive mid-game here. Sure, we had the Hellion dive earlier, but that's really all we had. Just a little posturing. GuMiho finally claims his 3rd base, and now he can start to move out. And again, he's got a hefty Marauder count here, making 3 Marauders at a time. Now, because hero's been cutting corners, he is missing charge. Charge was delayed in favor of Colossus production. And how many Colossi does he have? So far, he has 2, soon to be just 2. 2 Colossus so far. That should be enough to defend. Here he responds. herO out of position. Colossus now moving in. Tanks they force their way forward. herO, can he shut this down? Again, the Colossus were late. Nice target firing on the Colossi. Oh, taking a lot of hits, taking a lot of damage. And the Colossus will barely go down. Colossus does fall. Not bad. GuMiho, alas, he will lose both tanks though. And most of his army. Oh no! Oh, do we get a blink? Not quite. The herO defends, but GuMiho is still just pumping out nothing but Marines, nothing but Marauders. herO down to 1 Colossus. Oh, sorry, down to 2. Just replenish. Splitting up his army. Goes Colossus towards the south, Zealot towards the north. He does miss this rotation. GuMiho, where is he headed? herO looking very exposed. He's out in the open. And GuMiho coming in from behind. He scans. He wants the Colossus. Here he spots the army. He knows. And herO, does he recall out of here? Where are we headed? Zealot hit the 3rd. Here he rotates over. He does reinforce with the prism. Here he can take the fight. Dives on the main army. Colossus moving in. Swipes they pop off. Not many Vikings. Yeah, Vikings are charging down. There's 2 Vikings left, down to 1. But GuMiho does hold. Zealot say pull away. Whew. Nice juggling. And herO, he was almost surrounded. Like, that was a really awkward position for herO. But he was able to just weave his army through. Get back to his Zealots, reinforce. Nice movement there out of herO. Doesn't lose any Colossus. And here he still has the recall. Still has that recall available, and he might have to use it here. As there isn't much to defend. Warps in across the map. Here he's going to try to commit instead. And which means his base is going to go down. Yeah, here he just gives up on this expansion. The base will fall. Zelsei dive in, wastes his GPS here on the CC. Here he has to push forward. Orders they stim in. They want the Colossus. He gets one. One Colossus goes down. Massive pickup. Prism just too far behind to be in there to juggle. And here he will lose one base and he will take down another. So they do trade a base for a base. GuMiho going for another expansion. But there are reinforcements. And yeah, here he comes out better here. GG gets called. Here he may lose an expansion, but he does deal with the main army and kills an expansion himself. GG. Here he will take game number 1. Whew, oh my god. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit concerned here by the like quote unquote base trade with herO losing a middle line and losing an expansion, but he was able to keep up with his opponents, if not exceed him, bearing in mind that here he was still on 4 Nexus, and with his reinforcements he was saving that final Nexus towards the south side as well. So Rex, he was going to be so GuMiho was going to be falling behind economically, falling behind in bases, in army, and everything. GG, well played. herO takes the lead, but as a reminder, this is still a best of 5. Still a best of 5, still plenty more games ahead of us, still plenty more games to come. As we are jumping into game number 2, game 2 is going to be on Frostline. Let's go. Let us go. Getting into the next game. Protoss? Kappa, papi, Kappa. True. How dare GuMiho lose to the best Protoss in the world? How dare he? As spawning in the right-hand corner of Frostline, we have our South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, leading the series 1-0. But as a reminder, best of 5. We do have a best of 5, so we'll have a back and forth available to us. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran. We're gonna fight back. We're gonna make a series out of this. It is GuMiho. Here we go. Exclamation mark merch in the chat. True, true. One day, papi, one day. Let's go. As we have GuMiho opening up double gas opener here. Interacts into factory. Must grow so fast that every tier on the stream screen display is out of date. Exactly. Unironically, once we do reach a certain tier and certain goal, we can start like thinking about merch. 100%. And start thinking about it. I know that herO is diligently catching up when it comes to creating overlays and when it comes to catching up on those on-screen graphics. We'll get there. We will get there. As for now, we do have, again, with double gas opener into the faster factory, back at home. And here, likewise, getting ready for his tech of choice. Now, we're loading into a much larger map, so going into something like a Stargate is a little bit more viable here. We'll see what tech we go for. Twilight Council, Stargate, or Robo. Reaper moves in. I love playing t-shirt or maybe some nice jacket with it. I mean, we have a jersey. Like, we have our own, like, jersey designs. It's just making them en masse does require a big investment early on, and especially if they don't sell, then like it's just a waste of money, sort of thing. So that's why it's not as easy. to like make a bunch of product and hope to sell it to recoup said investment. So maybe one day, Time to order Degen figurine. True. So we go so far, Depths, they do commits, and they pick off one of the Reapers, but for the most part, GuMiho, he does hold, does shut it down. That's why our solution would be, if we ever do sell merch, would probably be just to limit it, to be like, you know, we like open an online store for like a month, and then we just sell whatever we can in that month. We have spoken about it before. So now it is going to be, I mean, we did mention the Stargate opener earlier. Stargate opener out of here into Oracle. Alas, he won't get too much done here. Marines are in position at the natural, but does make his way into the main. So far we get 4 SCV kills. 4 SCVs in said main base. Oracle does pull out, does get away. Not a bad start for herO. Getting 4 SCVs. Likewise, building up his Phoenixes and maintaining map control. You may be thinking, Stargate opener, I mean, that's very out of meta. Kind of. Again, Stargate openers are more viable on maps like Frostline, like Amygdala as well. These larger maps do give you more leeway, more freedom here, as it takes longer to counterattack across the map. GuMiho gonna be pushing. Now, bearing in mind that GuMiho, he has no stim. Like, these are vanilla Marines. This is a very early and very unorthodox timing from GuMiho. Has potential with the tank, but he has to be very careful as he does get spotted. Does get scouted. And GuMiho still reinforcing. Building up this position. herO back at home. Again, he spots this. He does make a safety immortal, building up his Phoenixes. And GuMiho, he doesn't move out. I mean, he knows he got spotted, so he pulls away. Does pull away. He's trying to catch out that Oracle. Can he get him? Does spot it. Oracle gets away. Oh, here comes the Cyclone, though. The flanking Cyclone. The lock-on. He gets it. Up. Does it get broken? He does. No scan. No scan, no vision. Lock-on gets broken. Oracle does get out. But GuMiho, he does reinforce. And now he's got what? Now he's got 3 Cyclones. He has a tank. He's got 2 Vikings. A decent amount of bio. We'll see if he can try to break the 3rd. Again, that is a hefty army, but still just sharking around. 3rd CC on the way. 3rd CC into Interference Matrix. Interesting. This is an upgrade that we don't often see anymore. This, I mean, Raven openers and Interference Matrixes were very meta and very relevant a couple of years ago, but after the nerf and after an upgrade is now required, it's not really seen too often in this matchup. In a way, it has its place against a robo-heavy composition, but against Phoenixes like this, I'm less certain. It's going to be more difficult to really keep and maintain that Raven to actually have any utility out of said Raven as well. So, interesting decision here from GuMiho. Likewise, getting into bio. He does pull back home. He doesn't commit with his army. He was just trying to shark around. Didn't quite get anything. Here, moving in. Speaking of the Raven, yep, Raven goes down instantly. I mean, we spoke about it. Against a Phoenix-based opener, the Ravens, it's difficult to maintain. So the first Raven goes down. The second Raven's on the way. So far, the Ravens have not paid for themselves. And we'll see if GuMiho can babysit that Raven and keep it alive. herO pulls away. Does pull away. Like we're still just containing his opponent. Still no major splash damage for herO, but instead he has mass charge load. He's got a couple of immortals. Storm has not been researched. Not yet. Setting up for another expansion. Spiegel takes on 3, 4, 5 SCVs, 6 SCVs even. GuMiho trying to get his own third base up running. Storm is now on the way, so we have our splash damage of choice. Not Colossus, going for Storm. That makes this Raven even less impactful. Speaking of herO, he wants that Raven. That's another SCV. herO, he moves in, spots the Raven, goes to the dive, will snipe it. Oh, and yeah, with that, the Interference Matrix upgrade just wasn't quite worth it. All the Ravens have gone down. GuMiho now just building up his bio army instead. And I'm worried about the Storm timing. There is a tank line, but it's a little bit further back. And herO, he can break this position. The Storms, they lead the charge. Massive Storm problem. Oh my god, the Storms! GG gets caught, he kills everything. And herO will take a 2-0 lead in the series. Whew. GG. He caught every single Marine. Ay, ay, ay. And because GuMiho, he pushed out and then pulled back in, he lost everything in that Storm. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. GG, well played. With that, herO, he is one game away from claiming the series and from advancing on in first place. Here we go. So we are setting up and getting ready. So I'm good. You know, I mean, GuMiho just had a really rough early to mid game. If you recall, he was bleeding out a lot of SCVs. He invested into 2 Ravens and into Interference Matrix, which led into nothing, so he lost that as well. He was trying to be active on the map. He didn't quite achieve too much. He was bleeding out SCVs to the Phoenixes. Like, just a really, really rocky game there from GuMiho. And herO was just all over him. Was all over him. Was almost in full control of that game. And that leads us here into game number 3. And I'm hoping for a back and forth. I'm hoping that GuMiho can bring it back here. But the pressure is on. Pressure is on. As we load into Sandworm. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Sandworm, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, leading the series 2-0. It is herO. One game away from advancing on in first place, and spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, having a rough time here in this best of 5. We'll see if we can bring it back and make a series out of this. It is GuMiho. We go, and we're going for the proxy. Let's go. We have one SCV, a second SCV as well, moving out across the map, getting ready for our proxy Raxes. Let's go. Now, this should be proxy 2-Rax Reaper. Gases are being taken, unlike the proxy that we saw against Solar, which was a 3-Rax gasless bunker rush. Here, it should be Reapers instead. Now, there can still be a bunker thrown down in the mineral line to deny mining time. We can commit a little bit harder with this. Also, I say proxy Reaper. Technically, this could also be proxy Marauder, which is also quite a trendy proxy here in this matchup. Clem has done it time and time again. GuMiho, I'm sure, is willing to embrace it as well. Like, when I think of proxy Marauder, I think of Clem and Cure, the Team Liquid Terrans. They do it quite often. And we'll see if we throw down those Tech Labs or if we go for the Reaper production. So we have the one gas back at home. Okay, Reapers. Reapers are on the way. SCV moves in. We mentioned earlier that, again, with this SCV, you can throw down a bunker in the mineral line or go for even an eBay block. There we go. Bunker. I mean, why not both? True, true. Bunker on location. Now the probe scout does confirm that the Rax is missing, so here he's aware that something is wrong. Going for a 2-gate opener does make the initial zealots. Here he doesn't scout, but here he does take it seriously. So nice response so far. His zealot is in position. And the zealot is not designed to kill the Reaper, the zealot is designed to try to chase it, to try to deter it, and to protect those probes as one probe. Oh my god! Jesus, almost gets us around. That was insane. Calm down, hero, calm down. As the Reaper is going to be locked in, hunted down, nice pickoff. One Reaper for one probe, that was a better trade for hero. So now he does poke in. We can see GuMiho is transitioning back at home, going for the factory. Up! Stalker taking a lot of damage. And no salvage here. As a reminder, you cannot salvage, not quite like that, not anymore. And GuMiho is pulling away. He's going Marine? Wait. Okay, so it's Reaper into Master Marine. I apologize, I did miss that. I just assumed he was just committing here into Reapers, but no, he switched into Marine instead. He is banking them up. At the same time, there's nothing to defend back at home. Hero is pushing out. And we're ending up in a really weird situation here. We might end up in a weird base trade. Here he does lead the charge. GuMiho is supply blocked. Oh no. Oh no. It's supply block Marines. They catch out one of the Stalkers. Nice catch from GuMiho. Stalker goes down. Hero, he does have a recall, if need be. He can try to recall. Tech Lab is going to be targeted, but last Tech Lab will survive. Boys are being pulled. Sentry is out. He has a force field. These Marines, yeah, they're going to be cleaned up. They're going to be shut down. Very nice force field. Still, those 7 probe kills. GuMiho does take a worker lead. Meanwhile, the depot's on fire. Depot barely survived. The repairs are insane. Oh no, but that's still going to be 7 SCV kills. The Cyclone has arrived, goes for the Stalker. Here he breaks a lock-on. Does break the lock-on, gets 10 SCVs. Once again, lock-on this time is not broken. Massive pickoff. Stalker, oh, the force field. He locks down the Cyclone. Cyclone goes down. And alas, only the boys, only SCVs here to defend. Nice kiting out of Hero. We have a second Cyclone on the way. Back across the map, Hero he defends. He has a natural. Hero has a massive lead. And GuMiho is running out of steam. He's running out of steam here. Running out of units. Ay, ay, ay. As again, it was a crazy build overall. Like, it was not what I was expecting. But Chi-Chi gets called. Going Proxy Reaper into Master Marine. And in the end, Hero, he will claim it. He will take the series 3-0. GG. Would it be viable to go for Proxy Marauders, but build a second refinery for the Protoss assumes it's Reapers? I mean, I wasn't even assuming what GuMiho did here. It wasn't any of it, actually. Oh my god. But alas, GG. GG, well played in the end. Here he does take it. GuMiho trying to be cheeky here in the ace or in game 3. Unfortunately, we saw that Hero, because he saw the missing racks, he took it seriously anyway. He played it safe, did make that initial zealot. He was setting up on the high ground, and things got very chaotic when it came to the pseudo base trade by moving out across the map. But regardless, GG. GG, well played. Hero, he defended well. He was able to get the surround. And alas, GuMiho, he'll be knocked down to the lower bracket. Will be knocked down. And now we're getting ready for our next match. Up next is going to be the elimination match. As we did mention, though, Hero, he's the first player to advance on. And GuMiho, he's still in the tournament. He's still in the group stage. He still has a chance. As up next, we have the elimination match between Solar and Lemon. Vetoes are underway. Bam. And Solar and Lemon are about to face off. So Solar versus Lemon in a best of 5. As a reminder, GuMiho is waiting for the winner of this series. He's waiting for the winner of Solar and Lemon. Here we go. For now, though, we're going to be going on a short break, very short break here, and when we come back, videos will be done, and we will have our next series. We'll have Solar and Lemon facing off. See you guys in a couple of moments. See you soon. See you soon. See you soon.